Oh boy, do you have it on the right? You're good.
I think it's good.
I'm just hoping that you have it on the right internet.
Oh, now that I don't know. Yes.
Okay. Whew.
So, hey folks, Lester and Jamie here. And Jamie just scared me. We do have Lex in his bedroom playing Xbox, and we're having to share the internet. And so I told him earlier to go off the good internet. We have the fiber, which is the good stuff.
Yeah.
We've only had that for a while, and then we've had the old copper stuff, which his gaming works fine from the old copper stuff, but this kind of stuff does not work very well. So we've been letting Lex play on the other internet, and then I've been just kind of browsing, doing stuff using copper. James just now says, is it on the right internet? I'm like, I have no idea. So I went to check real fast, and we are actually looking pretty good. We do have a fly flying around.
I know, that's why I keep swatting and looking at it.
That's the most annoying thing in the world. And I'm going to tell y'all something.
It's right here. I'm going to hold the fly swatter. Hold on.
You're going to hold the fly swatter.
So makes them go away. You know that, right? They know. They're super smart.
So I know you might not be able to tell now. And Jamie, I don't think has made a video about it.
Not yet.
But Jamie did take me yesterday to the nail salon, and I got my nails done. I got my nails did. And it was a really neat experience. But the whole time that they're down there working on my nails, they started with my feet, and then they moved up to my hands. I was in absolute bliss, except for this fly kept flying around me. And I wanted so bad to say, ma'am, there's a fly. Could you kill this fly? And I was like, so I don't think she ever noticed. She had to have felt me shaking and shuddering. But anyway, that was a real neat experience. But it was also I could not get the full effect. So, Jamie, I'm afraid we're going to have to go do that again. We're going to do that again.
What an excuse.
I did send a picture. I was one of those weirdos who had my phone, and I secretly took a picture of this lady over there putting wax on my feet, which felt great, by the way.
Who did you send that to?
I sent that to Daniel and Jason, and they both, let's just say that their replies were very inappropriate. Their replies were very inappropriate and very unbecoming. They should have been proud for me. They should have been proud for me to finally have a chance to do something for myself.
Listen, I was proud because sorry, I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Your grubby little nails and your feet needed it, like in the worst way.
I felt a little bit embarrassed for the poor lady. I don't know if they sent the lady out who has the least tenure whenever they saw me come in. But
they didn't even rock, paper, scissors of it. They were like, hey, new lady.
Well, the thing is, when we walked in, we saw all the sweet ladies sitting there waiting for the next customer. We went in late enough to where it wasn't going to be real busy. So they're all waiting for the next customer. And when they saw me come in, they all kind of like begin to like walk away. And here comes some lady out of the back dragging one of her legs, and she come up hobbling up, and she was my lady. But she did a great job. What's wrong?
Nothing.
She did a great job. My hands and my feet are amazing. And I told Jamie I didn't want to get them dirty. I did not want to go mow that grass. I did not want to go out there, and I didn't want to put my Crocs back on. I just wanted to keep my feet clean. So ladies who get your nails and toes done, that's really neat. And for you men who've never done that because you have insecurities like I have, get it done at least once in your life. Get it done. Let your wife take you, or if not, take yourself. Go late like I did. Go before closing hours so it's not quite as awkward. But get it done. You will really enjoy that. And I could not believe, though, that just like everything else, they have upgrades. Now, hold on. When she brought me the piece of laminated paper, it was like a menu. It was like a menu. Now, most girls already know this, but I swear to God, men, I don't like to swear to God. My mom would be so upset with me right now, but I swear to Jesus. Is that okay? Is that better? I swear I was shocked at how expensive this could get if you went for the full upgrade. And so I was just sitting there looking at the prices, and it reminds me of like maybe when you go car shopping. And do you want leather seats with this? Would you like to have Sirius satellite radio included? How about a built-in DVD player? And they try to find ways to upgrade, to upsell a rim package. And all I wanted was just my nails cut and like cuticle oiled, and I wanted my toes cleaned and cut.
The funniest part though was whenever they said, "Do you want something to drink?" and he looked at me like,
I said Dr. Pepper, and they didn't.
and the
They
lady
didn't
was
serve
like,
that.
"No, do you want white wine or white wine, red wine? You want some champagne?" And Lester looked at me like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah,
Like,
because I don't
that
drink
was
that.
like the biggest out of his element setting.
I asked her, could I have a Dr. Pepper, and they don't have those. They only bring you wine. So I took it just to be polite, and I sit there now. Jamie made me put my finger out I was someone rich.
I was like, act like you know what you're doing. Just
I did,
because he's all like manhandling the, you know.
Anyway, so yeah, Lester got his nails done, and that was nice, and it was just in time. You got it done just in time because the next day, old Jason Smith challenges me to a dance-off. Jason Smith challenges old Lester to a dance-off, Jamie, and you know Lester cannot say no to a dance-off.
Nope, but you sure did take some extra things with your sleeping pill last night to cope with the.
I make no qualms about it. I will never, ever think, even pretend that I have a chance in hell to compete with the likes of Jason, because I'm literally dancing on one knee. I am literally the guy, you know, the old lady who come out of the nail salon who was dragging one leg behind her. That's how I am when I go off to do anything. Me and my dad, we both hobble around side to side. And so I'm having to compete with this guy on one leg, but I feel like I held my own, Jamie. I feel like I held my own. Daniel ain't gonna dance for nothing. Daniel won't dance for nothing. But Jason, I tell you what, that guy got some moves.
Listen, it's no longer like keeping up with the Joneses. It's keeping up with the Smiths.
Yeah, it's keeping up. Yeah, keeping up with the Smiths. And we can't keep up with that guy. He out gardens us, he out farms us, and he can out dance us. But I tell you what, it is fun. And it was funny today. We were over at Longhorn Lester's, and even though I'm limping around from my dance off yesterday, I'm preparing the next dance off. Yeah. So
suddenly we live in a TikTok world. I'll look outside to see like Lester told us we had to leave here at noon.
Yeah, we had to be here by 3 for this live.
Yeah, Lester's telling me and Lex we got to leave by noon, and it's 12:45. And I look out like, what could he possibly be doing? He's dancing in the pasture.
So I know it seems a little strange to see a man my age out dancing in the pasture, but the thing about it is I could dance behind closed doors, but I have made it my mission to only dance with animals. I will only dance with animals. I danced with Copper yesterday.
I got the boot. No dancing together.
My first dance was with Debbie from Dallas, the ostrich, watching me dance, and some of the babies. And so today I danced with Tex, the Longhorn, and his family. And I can't wait for Jason to use his mix master, whatever he does, and throw these dance beats together, because it's a lot more fun watching them on a split screen side by side. And so I hope you all get a chance to see that when it comes out. But it's not a competition. I give all praise. I worship that guy for his amazing dance moves. And if I were 20 years younger, though, Jamie, if I were 20 years younger,
y'all think you must be 20 years younger because you're, out there trying to compete with all of, the real dancers of TikTok.
There are, that's how it feels. That is how it feels. There are some things that get better with age. Everyone knows that.
Agree.
There are some things that get better with age, but dancing for a man, dancing and lovemaking are not one of them. Those things do not get what's wrong. I said lovemaking.
That went way off the rails already.
No, most things with men do get better with age. Most things with men do get better with age. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
Except for those two things. There ain't, hold hold on.
I'm just keep my mouth shut here. Going places
I am going to just put this out there. There are tons of women in their 40s and 50s who are a lot better, a whole lot better now than they were back in their 20s. What? No, I don't know, like for personal experience. I'm just saying there's a lot of women in their 40s and 50s. I don't know about the 60s yet, but there's a lot of women in their 40s and 50s who will say, I know for a fact I'm a lot better now than I was in my 20s or maybe even my 30s. But there's not many men who can honestly say that, oh yeah, I'm a lot better now than I was when I was 20 and 30. There's not. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting so offended by this? Am I forgetting what page I'm on? I know that I found some freedom in my Longhorn.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, man, I didn't know we were. Yeah.
I have found this renewed sense of freedom in my Longhorn Lester's YouTube channel that I don't have to watch everything that I say.
You're kind of digging a grave right now. Yeah.
With whom?
Me.
Wait, what did I say that was offensive to you? You will be 40 very soon.
Will be.
You will be 40 You will be 40 very soon, and you will begin to realize, wow, where has this been all my life?
In the meantime, all those other women that are in their 40s,
which I have 50s, no idea about.
Oh, okay.
I have no.
Okay.
Jamie, could we put it out? Well, let's just not put it out there. Then, can I just retract all of that? Can we just retract all that I said, and I'll wait until this time next year? I'll just wait until this time next year and ask that same question. That way, no one who runs around in their 30s is going to be offended by this. See, I'm just holding on till those 40s, baby. I'm just going to hold on as long as I can. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. A lot of women in their 30s are right now very offended at me, though. There's a lot of women who are in their 30s right now saying, wait a minute, what am I not doing? What am I not doing right? Oh, my God, Lester, explain. And I'm not. I'm just going to make you wait.
Your hole is getting just deeper and deeper.
My hole might be getting deeper for those women who are under 40, but I bet you all those 40, 50s, and probably the older 60-year-olds are saying, bring it, Lester. You know, boy, you know. So there, let's just move on to something else. What did we have on our list to talk about? Dancing. Yeah, dancing. Let's just get back to dancing. Yep. Cheryl says, Lester, just quit while you're ahead. Okay, so I'm still ahead. I'm still ahead. No, I'm still ahead, so I'm quitting. I'm quitting. Let me take this to a very serious place. Let's try to take all the smiley faces off. Look how nice people are being on the YouTube. And I can't quite read the comments on the Facebook because they're so small, but I do see a lot of happy faces. So if it's making you smile, then it's a good thing, because my mama always told me and Daniel, the thing that's more impressive to most people, especially ladies, is you can make them smile. It don't matter how much money you got or how much you don't have. It doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. It matters more if you can make them smile. And if I'm seeing smiley faces come up over here and I'm seeing smiley faces, then guess what? We're making them smile. And we're just going to keep on making you smile. Better than a bunch of mean faces. I have not seen one mean face yet, Jamie. I've not seen one mean face. So please don't anyone start that trend.
It's a good day.
It is a good day. Deborah says Lester was never ahead. Face it, Lester was never ahead. Don't quit when you're ahead. Lester was never ahead. There's people who are asking about all kinds of things, and we do have some things to talk about.
I know. First, somebody said, Jimmy, what did you do to your arm? I don't know. I have no idea. Lester asked me that this week, too.
I say Ringo.
It could be. It could have been. I mean, it could. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of. You should see my legs. They're way worse than my arms. This is farm life, and this is summer, and sorry. Don't worry. It doesn't hurt. It's just.
I'm sorry. Marilyn says, hi, I'm Marilyn. I'm in my 40s. I'm not asking anybody. Look at all the ages popping up over here. I am not asking for all of that. Anyway, let's just move on to, I got something serious to talk about. Ready for something serious?
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
going to start this off with the question. Jami, have you ever had anybody, any colleague of yours, ask you for a letter of recommendation because they really want this big job, yet you're kind of afraid to give them one because, in all honesty, they're not that good of an employee?
Yeah.
Or, yes?
Yeah. I've actually had other like friends say, "Can you get me a job?"
Someone
with-"
says, can you scoot over because
Oh.
my face is taking over? Okay, now we're both on. Okay.
I've actually had friends or associates or I don't know how else to acquaintances say, "I would love to do what you do. Can you put in a good word for me, or can you type me up a letter of recommendation?" And
That's not a note for Jami.
oh, I thought you were writing me
It's a note. It's a note for myself to remember. I'm going to go back to this comment later.
and like I struggle with some of it because okay, I don't some of them are nice people and they're good people, but I don't necessarily that doesn't necessarily make them good at their jobs or what they're hoping to do or or that they would be good at what they're asking me to support them in. So
Yeah.
that's really hard. Like that's a really tough spot, and you don't want to say no, like you won't write it, but you also can't say yes because that's you're putting your character on the line based on what you know not to be true. So that's a hard place.
I was going to say the same thing. People are still throwing us their ages. Guys, you have to let that go.
You dug that grave and you get to live in that, just for the record.
I will also say that I've had teacher friends who were not the best in the classroom, and they knew that they were on the principal's hot seat and they need to find somewhere else to go work before they're run out of town, you might say. And they've asked, they asked their colleagues for letters of recommendation. But ultimately, when you give somebody your letter of recommendation, that's your word. I give you my word that this person is everything that they say they're going to be. And to be honest, you don't and you can't give everybody your true letter of recommendation. In saying so, I have to be very careful with my word choices coming up. So I'm going to be real careful with my word choices coming up.
Now you get to be careful.
Now I'm going to be very careful. And I think that anyone who's ever been involved in any kind of litigation knows you have to be very careful with your word choices. There's a particular individual who has done some work, at Longhorn Lester's, who I did not and I will not give my letter of recommendation necessarily, or I would not even include this individual in a video. And that individual is very, very butthurt. Now, I have done many, many videos. Jami and I have worked on a number of videos of people, some businesses, some individuals who have come out to I'm a Survivor and to Longhorn Lester's and have worked their butts off and have given us everything we've agreed on. And there's been others who have not given you everything they agreed on. And so what we do to help those guys along, those small businesses along, is when they come out and they go out of their way above and beyond to make our animals' lives better, then we will sometimes give them credit where credit is due. Usually, because I'm a video creator, I do it in the form of videos. I will highlight. And so if you could help me remember everybody, we've highlighted the concrete guy. We've highlighted the pond guys multiple times. We've highlighted Deontay and his wife multiple times. We've highlighted Fidel. We've highlighted Johnny the plumber. We have highlighted.
We've had guys. We have had quite a few.
The garage door guy. Listen, there have been so many people who have helped us do things that we could not do on our own, who we've had to contract out. And I have made videos to tell you guys, if you need anybody to do this particular type of work, this is someone that we recommend because they do a heck of a great job. We did have to hire a person to do a job for us at Longhorn Lester's, a job that we could not do on our own. This individual gave us a list of things that they would do. and this individual did not do all that they promised. Everything so far so good.
I'm
And what
gonna put my hand on your leg just in case
just
I
in
need
case,
to pull a hair.
yeah.
Too.
So we already know what's going to happen here. So here's what's happening. Since this individual never got his video, his moment to shine, this individual has taken it upon himself to give himself a letter of recommendation saying, in essence, approved by Longhorn Lester, giving out my name, using my videos, copying my videos, which is pirating my video material, taking snippets of work that he did do, claiming to have done all of this work, when in fact he did not. He did not. So I find out, thank you, here comes all the mean faces. So of course, people that are always watchdogging stuff find out real fast that someone is using Longhorn Lester's name like a leech would use, or like a flea, or like a tick would snatch onto something.
That's how I got that bruise.
That's how she got the bruise. And so this individual has tried to snatch on to my brand, to our brand, Longhorn Lester. This individual has tried to snatch on to the Longhorn Lester brand, which we are building, and we're in the process of building, and trying to take credit and earn business for work that this individual did not complete. I don't want to say did not do, because this individual did do some work, but this individual did not do the work he promised. We paid every penny we promised. So I'm going to stop it at that. There's been a lot of folks who've been reaching out to us, showing us this person's TikToks, this person's Facebook, this person's.
But by going to find it and going and calling it like I don't want anybody to go chase and make comments, because you're giving that person exactly what they
Well,
want.
what the person wants is views on his videos. And so I can't tell you what you should do. I would like to, but I'm not. But all I'm just trying to say is, if y'all run across this individual, just remember that we have videos of all that we have done. And I've made tons of videos of all of the great people who we've run across who have helped us make Longhorn Lester's and I'm a Survivor what it is. And don't give this individual credit. And I think most of y'all know exactly who I'm talking about, because I can see it popping up all over the things.
It's not even about credit. It's about time. Like, it's just,
don't give them the time. And if you're going to say something, then just be polite about it, because it's probably gonna get deleted anyway.
I just feel like it's not worth your time, and it's not worth, there's just a lot of people who've been messaging saying, hey, I saw this, you should be concerned. We appreciate that. We know it's out there, but that doesn't represent who we are. And
Yeah,
we've taken all the steps that we need to do from a legality standpoint, and we're handling it. But I feel like that by giving them your time and your energy and things like that, it's not being productive. And I don't think that it's necessary to just
Madge says it best. She goes, a lot of people will try to piggyback off of other people to boost themselves to success. And so that is, in fact, what's happening over here. I hope that there are not people out there that say, wow, if he can do that for Longhorn Lester's, he might can do that for us. And you invest money in a business that's going to walk out on you and leave a job half completed, because that's, in fact, what he did. There's been a number of fan pages, though, quote unquote fan pages, who have also copied our name, copied our content, took credit for things that was not there. So I don't know how you can ever stop it. In the world of social media, it's not worth your time to take every single person to court.
No.
It's not worth the money, because what are you going to do? All you can do is send them a cease and desist. And if they don't, then what do you really do? Besides just tell you guys to be aware, just be aware. And so there's 6,000, 7,000 folks watching now. So just be aware that who you're probably going to run across is someone that you do not want to employ for. And if you want to employ people, then you should definitely look for their resources and see what kind of reviews they have.
Just protect yourself. And, I guess this is like our, our PSA of like, don't do what we did. And Just protect
Well,
yourself.
you know what's sad to me though is think about this. If any business wants to grow and create their own brand, if anybody wants to grow, you're going to ban somebody?
I am, yeah.
Guys, why in the world would you do that? Why
All
are y'all
right.
being mean?
Go ahead, keep
If
talking.
anybody wants to grow your business, you do that by making a name for yourself. You have to start with your reputation, and that starts from hard work. Giving of yourself, blood, sweat, and tears is what begins to get your name out there. People will recognize good hard workers. You can't copy someone's name and think it's going to build you into your own brand. You can't copy someone's work and think it's going to build your brand. So you have to be yourself. You have to do it the right way. And what's sad about this particular individual and all of those that have done work for us is they could have had their name spread to, let's just say, 300,000 people. From an average video on Facebook gets about 300,000 views. And so a business could have been seen by 300,000 people, along with Lester or Jamie or someone talking about the quality of workmanship. Yet, to save money, to cut corners, they chose not to. And now they're trying to earn views by piggybacking off of something they did not do or did not complete. All right, I'm going to jump off of that now. We don't like to have so much negativity. There have been some things this week that have kind of got me on edge. That was not really one of them. It's been addressed. That's over. I did go on a little bit of a rant that was already played on YouTube, and you guys were very supportive of that. Thank you. Facebook, I'm going to play that video tonight, and it was just I think that the gist of things is whenever you are making a comment, if you want to, not agree with something that Lester does, then keep it geared towards Lester. But you don't attack someone's family. You don't attack someone's children, especially, or their lifelong partner. You don't attack their character traits of your kids and whatnot when you want to be mean. You keep it focused on what we're doing for the animals. And as always, if you don't like, I'm surprised Jamie's not jumping in anywhere.
I'm just listening to you here. No, okay, I'll jump in. Can you just be kind? Can you just be kind? Like, if you're having a bad day, it's okay to have a bad day, but take a walk outside and find a way to feel better. I do it. I have had a few bad days lately. Lester can attest to it.
Go ahead. I got to say something else, but because before it gets too much
Go
further
ahead.
away.
Go
No,
ahead.
well, someone said that that we're not fair in who we employ, and I don't know exactly what you mean by that, because Deontay and his wife are African American. Paul, the pond guy, and his crew are a mix of Caucasian and Hispanic Americans, or Hispanic. And then we've also employed lots of who would ever pick and choose someone who probably don't know the page if you're even suggesting that.
No,
because
it's about who can do the job the
who
best.
can do the best job. Yeah, it's not about we only pick certain people. We pick the best man or woman for the job.
Yeah.
So that would be a silly thing to say. That was very silly. Yeah. That's ridiculous to even go there.
No, I think that it's important to just be kind. If you wouldn't say it to that person's face, I mean, you have a lot of power behind a screen where you aren't face to face holding a conversation. And if you wouldn't say it, if you're standing right next to this person, then you probably shouldn't say it. You know, if it would offend you if someone said those things to you, or, or if you just wouldn't say it to your child or your own mother or your spouse, then you shouldn't take the time to do that. I read something the other day. I'm going to look it up because I want to quote it accurately.
And then, so Kendra, I'm just going to say this. We'll talk about the animals when we get there. This is what we have to talk about, Kendra. And we'll talk about animals when we get there. But we have a list of things we want to discuss. And so if we're not entertaining you, you can either wait or you can come back later.
I read this the other day and I want to share it. I was going to save it for Timeout Tuesday, but this is important. If you ever catch yourself judging another man or woman living their best life, judging their confidence, their self-expression, what they post, or the way that they dressed. It's not them, it's you.
Oh,
It's time to work on yourself. And that is so true because I've been in negative spaces in my head times in my life where I was like, "Oh, look at her. Look at her losing all that weight. What's she doing now that she's causing to do all that? And how dare she wear that?
she's probably snorting
Yeah.
coke.
I have been that person. I have been in negative spaces before. And then what really was though is that I needed to work on me. So that goes true for all of the things that are said on here in a negative space about how stupid I was for moving Dixie and how we don't care about our animals. This is all about money or anything else. I will say this until it is, just beaten into the ground. Everything that we do, every move that we make, every single decision is for the care of these animals. All of them, not just what's a rescue or what was born here. To me, they're all animals. They all need care. They all need love. They all need every single thing that you or we provide. And
It's not Coke, Connie. It's Dr. Pepper. Connie's like Lester's Coke diet, not Dr. Pepper.
So I just think that it is so important to remind everyone that just because you're behind a keyboard, because that it offended you somehow, because it's not the decision that you wanted to see made, just remember that we live this life every single day. We are here and we are the ones staying up till midnight or maybe getting up at 4 a.m. to care for an animal, waking up at 2 o'clock because we heard a noise, watching cameras, being back and forth, spending the money to be back and forth, sometimes 3 times in one day. And y'all know about gas prices now. So until you walk a mile or a yard or an hour or an all night in our shoes, we get to make the decisions, and we also bring you the videos to show you about those. And we're blessed to be able to do that. But this is my rant. Sorry, I've just taken over the whole live here.
I am so happy it's you and not me. Go ahead.
But I don't come to your home and tell you that you suck at doing laundry because I love laundry and this is the way that I would do it. I don't tell you you fold your towels wrong. I don't tell you that what you feed your dog is terrible or what you feed your kids is terrible and how dare you do this and all of those things. Nothing. I don't tell you how to spend your money or what to do with it or say you don't work hard enough, you don't do all those things. We don't. And it's none of my business at all. But what is my business is what is in my day to day and how we see things happening the 24 hours 23 and a half hours that aren't on video. So kindness matters in so many ways. And I'll repeat this again. It's not them, it's you.
And then normally a lot of folks on YouTube are they are a lot more understanding of that in general, just in general. But right now there's a lady who's saying that we need to be careful. She's not going to take a scolding. And she's saying that we're the ones that make and pay your paycheck. And no, we don't belong to the cancel culture.
Hold on a second. Besides that, no one in this page pays our paycheck. Any dollar that you give to Facebook for the supporters or that you send for anything goes directly to animal care. It does not pay a salary, a paycheck, or anything else. It goes directly to the care, the feeding, the veterinary bills, and the upkeep of animals only. And if you're talking about watching the videos and you feel like that gives you the entitlement to, watch it or whatever that person just said, please leave. Please leave. Yeah. Because we, again, are the ones doing this work. I'm the one with the bruises from whatever farm tour that we were doing.
My face is blistered and I got scars on my head, Jamie says, from too much sun.
Yes.
She's worried about me.
But it's us. And you're not going to change what we do here. So again, if you don't like it, or in the words of Lester, you don't like what we're cooking in the kitchen,
oh,
go eat somewhere else.
No. So yeah, we don't take part of the whole cancel culture thing. So anybody who's a part of that movement and you want to cancel us, then we by all means, we invite you to cancel us. We actually would rather you cancel us because our lives would be a lot easier without the peepats of the world having to say something negative about everything that we're doing, because we're listen, I'm going to say the last thing and I'll leave it. We will never conform to what some of you think that we should do just because you think that we should do it. We'll do it the way we do it, and we will grow and we will learn when we do things wrong.
And we'll admit it.
We'll admit it. We'll even video it.
Yeah, we'll even make it like, I made the dumbest decision ever.
I did something real dumb today. I need Jamie.
But
I was like, that darn Jake, Jake. You know what? We can blame Jake.
But you know what? We do it with grace. We laugh about it. We learn from it. And then we hope to share some of it so that maybe someday someone doesn't make the same mistake that we do. And if you do, it's okay too, because you know what? You get one life.
Hold on. Okay, so there's an expression that says opinions are like
assholes.
I was going to say buttholes.
I didn't.
Everybody has one.
I don't feel well today, so I'm just sort of letting it all hang out. Sorry.
And someone goes, but mine are cleaner than yours. Okay, so fine. I like the way you clean up your opinions. Okay, there we go. That's funny. YouTube is funny today. YouTube is being funny. All right, so let's just go ahead and move on. Who comes up with stuff like that, Jamie? That's funny. All right. So yes, entertainment purposes only, even though that's just my cop out for teaching y'all a lot of stuff without you realizing it. That's when I pull over on your head and you don't even realize it yet. You're learning a lot of stuff from this channel and you don't even know it because I say, oh, I'm only here for entertainment purposes. But every video creator is here to entertain you in some form or fashion, because if they're not entertaining you, you wouldn't keep watching them. They may say they're here to help you learn how to do this or how to learn how to do that. They may be sharing a wealth of knowledge, but I promise you something. If they're not sharing that wealth of knowledge in an entertaining way, you'll go find it somewhere else. I needed help changing oil out of my lawnmower.
Listen, why do you think TikTok is so popular? And not just because of the short videos, because it has given an outlet to individuals who know a thing or two to be able to put it out there. And sometimes that thing or two is as silly as conspiracy theories to make your mind spin. Sometimes it's about, I don't know, life hacks about, I've seen things about your dishwasher and how to clean it out, your washing machine, how to clean it out. Simple things in very brief clips. And it's educational. I'm sorry, it is. Maybe it's just a dance, but it's true. And it is given people who aren't video creators, I'm just going to say that, big, long video creators, a way to show what they know. And that is the success behind TikTok. Think about that.
Well, it's also the success behind I'm a Survivor Sanctuary and the growing pages around Morrow Hill is that we're giving people a bit of entertainment that you may not see on an everyday basis. So we make no apologies, and we will never take the knee to anybody who demands that we do this or do that. That's not who we are. That's not how we were raised. And so if you're here on the page expecting stuff like that, man, I wish I could read some of these comments.
Oh, I'm reading them.
There are some very lengthy comments popping up today. And so well, we really are going to move on. You got us off on a little bit of a tangent because we didn't even have much to say about that.
We did not write down tangent on this.
We did not say take a tangent. Yeah. This is funny because people are realizing that the cancel culturists have realized they're slowly canceling themselves. I had to think about that for a minute, but it's true. But it's very true.
No one wants to be around that person of like, well, if I don't get my way, I'm out. And everybody else is like, peace out. See you later. Can we just get back to doing what we were doing?
Yeah. Anyway, so a lot of people have been asking all week long about the baby ostrich gender reveal.
It's me. I'm a lot of people.
Jamie's a lot of people. Don't think I have not been texting the guy every single day throughout the day. Have they come in yet? Have they come in yet? And the answer is still no. Now, we know today's Sunday, so that we did not expect them to come in today, but I did ask yesterday afternoon. They had not come in. It does say pending. So they have received them. They are, I guess, being analyzed. And so at some point they will release that and we will let you know. I don't know how we're
Well,
going to let you know.
there was a holiday last week, so I think
There was a holiday
because they had to be, had to be mailed in. So I think that's the biggest reason.
Yeah. Yeah. They had to be mailed in and they couldn't be mailed in on Monday for Memorial Day. And so, things kind of slow down on holiday weeks. So, but we will get back to you as soon as we hear something. Now, as far as how we're going to do that, that's up to Jamie. I'm a guy. And I'm not real big into the whole gender reveal. Listen,
Oh, I got plans.
I would take a shotgun. If it were up to me, I would do it simple. I would go out there and I would take a balloon. I would get a helium balloon. This would be funny. I would take a helium balloon and I would fill it up with either blue or pink. Can you even do that anymore with all the whole cancel culture things?
Hold on a second.
Is there a neutral color? Is there a gender neutral color? That takes away the whole point, though. I would fill it up with some kind of a glitter, and I would let that helium balloon go. And me and Jake, LE, we'd get our shotguns, and we would just pow. We'd be popping them out of the sky and just watching the glitter shower down. And you make it fun, y'all. You make it fun.
So listen, that might. I have a lot of ideas for the gender reveal, and I have them all like stored up right here, and fully can't wait to bring that to y'all. There is someone that I'm looking for to ban over here. I'm waiting for it to come up. That's why I keep looking.
Grindy said, Wendy from the UK says, use green blush. That's the gender neutral color. But if you use green, how do you identify if it's a male or female? Because unlike the rest of the world, animals don't have that whole neutral thing. They are either a male or a female. And so I don't know how.
Unless you're a worm.
Unless you're a worm. So I guess some animals have figured it out. Some animals are getting with times, Jamie.
Well, aren't all earthworms hermaphrodites?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
but
so the only reason that I remember that was that happened to me in biology 1 in high school. I had to dissect an earthworm, and they mate with their other end.
One end of an earthworm comes around and mates with the other end.
Yes.
Wow.
You didn't know?
No, but I was going to say, thank God that humans haven't figured that out yet. Thank God.
All I know is whenever I learned it, I was like mortified, and that might be the one high school thing that stuck with me forever because I was just like, I don't even know.
If people figure that one out, man,
they wouldn't leave their house. That's for sure.
No, we'd be doomed. we would turn into a really strange society. Colleen, thank you, but please don't do that, everybody. For the folks who are sending the money on the Facebook, the YouTube, y'all don't do that. We don't like y'all doing that. That makes us feel uncomfortable. And we already had that discussion a few times.
I'm sorry. I'm still looking for this person that people are telling me to block, and I haven't seen it come up yet. So you keep talking. I'm on the prowl.
So if we can move things over to Longhorn Lusters, there is still no baby from Pearl. Pearl she has a ever developing bag, yet there's no baby yet. I promise you, I am on the lookout. I am watching the cameras when I'm not over there. I'm getting, let's just say Miss Pat, my neighbor, Miss Pat, is quite the animal stalker, and she sees everything going on in that pasture.
Miss Pat's great.
Miss Pat is amazing, and she lets me know what's going on over there. So Miss Pat we could not have asked for a better neighbor. As a matter of fact, I think my video this afternoon is about Miss Pat, the crazy neighbor next door, Miss Pat. It's a cute one. Miss Pat's great. So no, with baby Pearl, there's still nothing. Jamie, I'm curious, and I don't mean to make this weird, but at what point does a human begin to develop milk before they actually give birth? Is that a weird question?
Hold on a second. I'm right here to ban somebody.
Okay. Oh, I wish I could have read it. Yep.
Ta-da.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So, there are some women who don't even have to be pregnant to have that happen to them. It's all hormonal.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to happen like in the last trimester somewhere. But
so it could develop as late as a trimester or as early as a trimester.
Well, there's 3. So in the last third of the pregnancy.
Oh.
But I mean, it's all about hormones. So I would, on a real, say that it probably happens within in a cow world, like the last month
Okay.
is where I would say.
Well, I'm going to answer a question here. Karen says, do you think that Pearl might go into the woods to have it? So there's no woods in the pasture where Pearl's at. There's no woods. That's a 10-acre pasture of a lot of grass. There's some hills, there's some trees, there's some shade trees, but there's no woods in that pasture. So she will have to have that calf somewhere. She'd probably go off on her own.
I would say like watching Pearl and her demeanor out there and where she tends to hang out. I think that I have an idea where she'll be, and
Ah,
it'll just be somewhat away from everybody else.
everybody else. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. She'll go away from everybody else. But so that we are on baby watch. So I'm going to go ahead and say this, and y'all are going to call me crazy, but I've been right every time. I don't think that Pearl will have that baby until we get our first low pressure system. And I'm sorry, I don't like to say that I'm right, but I've never been wrong. And so when you have in nature, I hate to bore you with this bit of knowledge because I'm for entertainment purposes, but in nature, a lot of animals that are known as prey type animals will wait till there's a low pressure system, which usually means rain, storm, stormy weather. And that's when their bodies will naturally start the birthing process. That happens in nature so that your predators, who are your hunters in nature, are not as likely to be out hunting during a storm, during a cold front, during a blizzard. So it's weird that in nature, most of your babies are born during a low pressure system. Well, I don't know if y'all watch the weather, but right now in Texas, it is high pressure and it's hot. And so I really don't think that we'll see a baby until we get our first low pressure system, which is crazy to me how Mother Nature can do that. But we have seen it done over and over and over. And so even though you know that the number of days should be between this and that or between this and that, we learned from Carl and Debbie that that's not true. I mean, that may be true in most cases.
It's true.
It might be truish, especially if you use an incubator with a controlled and temperature, with a controlled turn, with a controlled humidity. But Mother Nature will find a way. And so I believe that Pearl will drop that calf at the first sign of a low pressure system. And if I'm right, I can't wait to shout it from the rooftops.
Lester loves being right. Y'all know.
There's not much that I take a lot of pride in. I know I take a lot of pride in everything, but there's not much I can say I'm right about. There's not much that I can say I'm right about.
Oh, but when he does,
But
you
when
can
I'm right, boy, I'll make a video about it,
probably with a dance.
and I will dance about it. I will. I will say that I wrote something down a little earlier, and a lot of y'all keep saying, you want to know what I wrote down? And so I hate to go back to something that we talked about at the beginning of the video, but I realize that people jump in late. And so whenever someone jumps into a live, they can sometimes go to the beginning of the video. And they're just now commenting about things that we talked about 30 minutes ago. And so ultimately, someone says, Lester, can you add some new dance moves to your routine? Because I think that you've seen the 3 dance moves that I got. And the answer is no. The answer is a simple no. I only have 3 moves. But Jami says I'm lucky because most guys only have 1. Jami says from her experiences in the dating world, most men have 1 move. 1 move. A lot of you women out there who have men who you might have seen dance would agree a man has 1 move. 1 move. And so I'm lucky to have 3. I am lucky to have 3 moves. And so you will only catch those 3 moves. I'm so sorry, but I think I'm too old to learn any of the new moves. I can fake some stuff.
So listen, I asked him, I was like, let's do this and let's do this because, okay, I can dance a little bit. I don't have Lester's 3 moves, but I can dance a little bit. I was like, let's do this. He's like, I can't
do that move. So my Jami wanted me to do that move from Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
What that Dirty Dancing, where he's in the ballroom and he walks up and he's sliding, and all of a sudden,
all I wanted was right before the lift. Okay, I don't need the lift. We all know that I got a big old booty from Cog Hill to do it. I wanted Lester to do it. That's what I said for my birthday, could you just do the Patrick Swayze moment for me? And we can even do it in the pasture with the cows. That's totally fine. But if you're gonna be doing this, this is my ask. And he was like,
yeah.
I only have one move.
So Lester, you're never too old to learn moves. So that kind of goes back to the whole bedroom thing. No, as you get older, you got one move, and you better be good at that one move. Can I say that and not get in trouble?
Oh my God.
So it kind of goes back to that whole bedroom thing with a man who's in their 40s or 50s, or I guess even the 60s. You got your one move, and you better be good at that one move. Or else those ladies who are in their 40s and 50s and who are just really learning themselves, we better move on. So a lot of people are asking about how you're feeling because I said out in my live outside that you were not feeling 100% today.
I took some meds about an hour ago, so they're kicked in. I'm okay. I'm not like run down and in bed, but I don't feel well. Sorry, which made me not have energy for a filter today, apparently, because I just let that all hang out.
Judy says her husband is in his 60s and he's learning more moves all the time. I don't know if she means dance moves or other moves, but Judy, high five to you and your husband. I don't know if I want to learn any new moves. I think I like my moves the way I do them. I think that I like my moves, Jamie. I'm comfortable with my moves.
Can we stop talking about moves?
No, it could be dance moves though. But my moves work for me because, like I said, I have to make sure that my moves are not going to be too much pressure on my knee. What's the next topic? Hurry.
Suddenly I feel more ill than I knew about.
My knees are actually fine when it comes to some moves. What's that other comment? What's that last thing over there? We're almost to the end.
About like last week was a whole week of Dixie and Beverly and a lot of long.
Oh, I can two-step. Don't hold on, Patty. Patty, take that back. No, that's not every Texan can two-step, y'all. But you don't see people doing a two-step in the old dance battles that me and Jason have been having. I should though.
Brooke and I were not invited to the party of dance battle, so you can't two-step alone.
Lynn, I'm not going to ask Jamie her opinion. I think her facial expressions say it all. Why? I don't have to ask Jamie anything because her facial expressions say it all. They want to know your opinions of my moves, and I like her. She's still here, ain't she? That's what I'll say in my best Texas accent. She's still here, ain't she?
And you know what? Every woman on this page is like, we don't stay for the moves.
Oh, well, it ain't the money because you make more money than I make. So I don't know what you're staying for if it ain't the moves. It must be because I make her laugh. That's what it is. Look, she's a smiling. And if she's a smiling, then that means something. See, my mom was right. If you can make them smile, that will do more for you than anything else. It'll do more for you than money. It'll do more than a nice vehicle, a truck or a car. It'll do more for your horrible dance moves. Make her smile. And trust me, when I do some dance moves, either here or in the bedroom, oh, she gets some smiles, all right. If you'll just go to the next bullet.
I tried, and then you jump back in and dug a deeper grave.
Someone says Alabama people can't two-step, so that might be a good challenge. We could do like a duo. You and me could do a Texas two-step,
okay,
and we could battle Jason and Brooke to do one. But here's the problem. Jason's going to be so good at other stuff. He might not be able to move his feet at all, but he's going to be moving his hips. He'll be moving his shoulders. He'll move his head. He'll be doing stuff with his arms. Jason is going to do all kinds of modern stuff, contemporary dance moves, to where no one's going to even watch his feet. His feet are going to like blend in, be like an afterthought to all the other stuff he's going to do.
Here we go again, keeping up with the Smiths.
There ain't no way you're going to be able to beat Jason. Okay, I'm sorry. I would love to, but if these three moves can't do it, then it ain't going to happen, y'all. It ain't going to happen. All right, so go ahead with that last bullet and let's get off this line.
All I was going to say is that this week's videos hold a lot more than Dixie at Longhorn Lester's. I promise. I want to show y'all the, what I'm calling the leftovers. That's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. That's what somebody said last week in a comment, like, well, now you just got a bunch of leftovers and I'm a survivor. So guess what? We're having leftovers tomorrow at 6 a.m. on my channel. So,
wait, someone called the babies here the leftovers?
Yes.
Oh, that's like the worst thing ever. These are the survivors here, y'all.
They are.
Don't ever get that twisted. The animals here at I'm a Survivor are the bread and butter of I'm a Survivor.
Well,
They're the Ringos. It's the Pig Trudies. It's the, oh my gosh, it's the Ivies. These are the ones that make I'm a Survivor
here's what I said.
who we are. It's the Annies. Guys, come on. Y'all need to reword that. Y'all need to rephrase that. The leftovers. I think a better word choice might be the fact that sometimes when there's something new going on in anybody's life, when there's something new going on, sometimes you seem to maybe focus more on that. You don't neglect those. It's like when you have a new baby in the house. The other siblings might sometimes feel like they don't get as much attention because it's just all about taking pictures and making videos and doing all the little games with the newborn.
Yeah.
But you love all of your babies. Your human babies, you love all of your farm babies. But the animals here, once they say as water will always level out. Once Longhorn Lester's is no longer the new thing, once it's no longer the new thing, you'll begin to see a true reflection of the survivors here at I'm a Survivor, and then those animals over at Longhorn Lester's and how they're all different in so many different and unique ways.
Well, they're all survivors, just like we're all survivors. But for me, this is really about taking a whole lot of chaos and madness together and adding more space. Even if it was here, let's just say in a world where we would have been able to buy Uncle Raleigh's land and we would have put them right across here. It's the same, it's just a little bit further apart because like creating the new space and is also letting a lot of personality shine here as well that wasn't before, and I can't wait to bring that to you in videos this week.
There will be lots of videos because we're in fact finding a lot of content right now. And so there's content that we're both recording over at Longhorn Lester's. There's a lot of content being recorded here at I'm a Survivor. And then I cannot ignore this one lady who just now said, Lester, I respect you for knowing your limitations. It's true. You will never beat Jason. Can we ban her? Can we ban her for that? We can't ban her for that.
Nope.
We ain't going to go crazy on banning folks. We're just going to start defending our page and defending you and defending our animals. We can take a joke, y'all. And so we're not going to ban for stuff like that. Can we dance the Cotton Eye Joe? I can. Jami cannot.
Yes, I can too.
Okay, well, here we go. Swing your partner. Get up. Swing your partner. Go. Get up. I am going to set the beat. You're going to Cotton Eye Joe
that
around.
Also is not Cotton Eye Joe.
I haven't got to the main part yet. Oh, swing your partner. Do-si-do. Get on up for the Cotton Eye Joe. Cotton Eye Joe.
That also.
Swing your partner. Do-si-do. Yeah, we know the Cotton Eye Joe. That does hurt my knee though.
I'm gonna be rubbing that later.
There goes that move. Yeah. Thank God Jason doesn't challenge me to a Cotton Eye Joe, because that's what he's going to probably do. If he watches this, which I don't think he will, he's going to probably try to challenge me to a Cotton Eye Joe dance off. The Cotton Eye Joe is fun. It is a very fun dance.
It is a workout. You will break a sweat.
Uh-huh. We've been here an hour. Let's get off now because we promised ourselves, and we've also promised the other video creators who do their lives on Sundays that we only need between 3 and 4, and we will not take their time. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to you all, and we'll see y'all this week in a lot of videos, a lot of lives, a lot of reels. We're just taking advantage of all the different ways that social media is evolving. Would you agree with that?
We are.
And a lot of people know that some of those short videos, those short lives, and those reels especially is what Facebook is asking for. And even though we often say that you guys are our employers, don't forget that Facebook gives us a platform. And so even though we say that y'all are our family, and we would like your comments to be positive, remember that we give you a platform to say what you're saying. So the same way Twitter and Facebook took away our former president's voice last year, we will also take away your voice from this page if you can't find a positive way of saying things, or don't say it at all. We'd love to hear your opinions, but you have to be positive in those opinions. Be kind to each other, because by us banning you is taking away your voice, and no one wants to be hushed. Nobody wants to be hushed. I know I would hate that. So I try to keep what I do under the guidelines of what Facebook and YouTube ask. There are videos that I post that Facebook will not allow me to monetize because it's not following the guidelines. There are some that they reject. So I have to be very careful in planning a video to make sure I meet the guidelines. And so if I have to follow the platform's rules, then since we are giving you a platform to voice your opinions and your ideas and your suggestions, you just have to find a way to do it using the right guidelines. And Jami was real simple. Be kind. Just be kind. And there are kind ways to say anything you want to say. There's kind and respectful ways to do that.
And
Because
it doesn't cost anything. Nothing.
it doesn't
cost
cost
you
anything.
to be kind.
And can I address? Keep going. I promise you go. But I do want to say one more thing about it. And then I kept reading this on both platforms. Y'all say ignore them. All they want is your attention. Guys, I'm a reader by nature. I read everything. I read everything. I read all of my comments, all of Jami's comments. I'll go find Ellie's videos and read all of his comments. I'm a reader. I read anything I can pick up. I read every word on here every time I pick one of them up. I'm a reader. And so you could say to ignore, but ultimately, if I'm a reader, I want to enjoy my reading. And there's many of you that also read the comments because there's some people that like to read. Yet we don't like to read literature that brings us down, or makes us feel less than what we know that we are. So I I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to ban it. I'm just going to remove it because you're using our platform, our pages, to spread some of those negative vibes. And we're about positive. And I'm going to end this I'm going to dance some more Cotton Eye Joe with my bad knee. And you're going to end both these videos as I'm dancing. You want to join me?
I got to push the buttons. I can't be.
Here, if we both walk over to here.
I'm good. Yeah.
And I stepped in the water bowl, the dog water. All right, Jami.
That's it. I'm done. Nope. This is it. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.